A quarta temporada da série The Chosen será lançada em breve e o Pleno.News já esteve no Texas para ver as gravações e conversar com os atores. Confira agora o nosso bate-papo com Noah James, que interpreta o discípulo André.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you'll come to Brazil someday.
I would love that.
They love you there. So, I want you to tell us a little bit about your character, how you would define it.
I think that's something that's been important to me in bringing Andrew to life is this idea of, in the Gospels, Andrew brings the loaves and fish over to Jesus and it's not much. There's 5,000 to be fed, and that can be a sort of embarrassing moment of saying, this is what I have to offer. And I think what was important is saying, I am offering what I have. I may not be a Goliath of history. I may not be this great leader or something, but what I am, I will give. And I think that makes itself seen throughout the show. And I really just try to bring that to life. Say, I am willing to give my life for this mission. And that's not to say that it's not challenging and doesn't inspire anxiety, and all of that. I think that's really important to Andrew.
How do you prepare for this character?
Yeah, I think for me, the most important part is really just trying to bring my heart to it. And in the preparation, it's a lot of sitting at home alone, covering my head, really letting these situations play out in my mind and to try to approach it with innocent eyes and say, what really would it be like to live 2,000 years ago, following Jesus, sleeping in tents, not eating, and thinking, so then what is important to me? What's not important to me? What makes me upset? What do I feel proud about? When does my ego flare up? Trying to really pinpoint all of these things. And then I think that lets the audience in, and they say, I am like that with my brother as well. I'm like that when someone makes fun of me or when someone praises me. And to really just, allow the audience to see what it would be like to live in that situation 2,000 years ago. That it's a really, really big part of what we do.
Have you experienced any fan interaction at this point?
Lots of fan interactions, very fun. Everyone's been so loving and kind. There was one interaction that just happened over this small break where we had just left a restaurant, my wife and I, and there was like a group of school, high schoolers, and we kind of noticed that they were staring from across the street, and so just kind of waved. And then when no cars were coming, they all just ran across the street. We're like, oh no, please don't do anything dangerous. But the idea that everyone was sort of excited to see me is still something strange to wrap my head around. But it's really nice to be able to brighten someone's day just by being me, and saying hello. That's a really, really fun, strange experience, but it's been really nice. And the thing that happens all the time is people say how much the show impacted them and what it means to them. And that is just, the best thing to be a part of.
Can you tell us anything that you have learned from this experience, here with your character?
Something that really stuck with me when I came into the show was how amazing the crew, the cast, all the way from the top down, everyone is here to tell the story the best way that we possibly can. And the openness, the love that everyone has for each other, that was really inspiring to me, to know that this is a safe place. This is a place where we can, as artists, be vulnerable and tell the story, and that we're supported in that. And as actors, that was something that I love. Sometimes you come onto a show and you're just like, there for a few days, do it as fast as you can, and then you leave. And for here, it's really about supporting the other actors, supporting anyone who, when the camera's on them, we want to make sure that they're able to bring to life the best performance possible. So, we will do whatever it takes to try to help that person tell that part of the story. And that I think is really inspiring as an artist. I love being a part of something that supportive.
Will Andrew ever learn how to dance?
Listen, probably not. I sort of know how to dance, let me just say, especially for our friends in Brazil. Just know I'm not as bad at dancing as Andrew is. However, there is some artistry in figuring out how to dance badly like that as well. So that's been fun to do, but I don't see Andrew ever getting better at dancing. Maybe just getting worse at dancing. I think that's maybe the only possibility. The only way would be down in the dancing skill.
Can you tell us a little bit about your Andrew's journey in season 4?
Season 4 for me, in terms of Andrew's journey, has been a lot about growing up, a lot about realizing what this all means and maybe what our roles in Jesus's ministry really truly are and how challenging that's going to be, and trying to not succumb to anxiety, trying to best just walk forward on the path. It's a really challenging season. There's a lot of darkness that we have to make our way through, a lot of deep waters that we're wading through. And I think you'll see that sort of come to the surface this season.
Thank you. And how do you define The Chosen?
I define The Chosen as a, authentic historical drama where people really can see themselves and what it would be like to live in ancient Judea around Jesus.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.